everyone? RogueGold here, and welcome to your February news preview breakdown video, the series where I compile a preview of everything that's coming up and going to happen within the Division universe each month, and now we are into the second month of the year, my friends. Absolutely nuts. Very quickly at the start here, I just have to give you all such a big thank you for your unbelievable and astounding support in January. You might have heard me mention it in another video, but biggest month we've ever had on the channel, and I just think that's an indicator of what's to come this year, so thank you all so much for your kindness and viewership and support. It really means the world. But now we're into February. What can we expect this month from the Division universe? Well, let's dive right in. As usual, let's start with the Division 2, as it's got the most in the pipeline. The big one is TU17 and Season 11. The next update for the game and the third major content installation for Year 4 is dropping very soon. As was revealed earlier this week, we're first set to get the reveal stream for the update on Monday, February 6th. If you haven't caught those before, they did one for both Season 9 and 10. Yannick, who is the game's creative director, and Daria, the community developer, go live to give us a breakdown and insight into what we can expect with the coming update. Some of it will be a recap from what we've already learned from the PTS and whatnot, but there's always extra details we learn, and they do a Q&A section and answer some live questions from the chat. Last time around, they also previewed some content that wasn't even coming in the associated update, so I'm crossing my fingers that we might get some tidbits on Year 5, maybe even an update on the specialization rework. Who knows? Exact timing on the stream is yet to be revealed, but you can go and follow the game's account on Twitch to watch it live, or I will be posting a full breakdown on everything we learn immediately afterwards, so be sure to turn on those notifications. One day later is the release of the update itself. On Tuesday, February 7th, Season 11, titled Reign of Fire, will be releasing. To briefly bring you up to speed on what this update will contain, we're of course getting the latest season, which brings new story content in the form of a new manhunt, and the devs have been saying for a while that Season 11's in particular should be pretty awesome, so I'm certainly looking forward to that. Of course, that also brings a new reward track that is a host of new gear, talents, and exotics. This season has a big sniping theme with the brand set, gear set, exotic, and new talent all revolving around that playstyle, but the one item that has basically everybody hyped is the Ninja Bike Messenger Bag, making its return from the original Division game. I won't break it all down here, but I did a video where I went over exactly why that item was so popular and strong back then, and I will link that in the top corner if you're interested. Additionally, the larger TU17 update is bringing some changes to the game, most notably in the PvP realm. The Jammer Pulse is receiving some changes. It had an iteration on the PTS which lessened its effectiveness against higher skill tier enemy skills, but it was later said by the devs that they're going to go back and revise that, so we'll see how or if it makes it out. And most controversially by far, previously raid and legendary exclusive exotics, namely the Eagle Bear, Ravenous, and Bighorn, are being added to the Dark Zone loot pools, meaning people who have struggled to play raid content now have an additional way to farm these items. It's a bold move for sure, and I'll be interested to see how it's received by the full community once the update launches. In general though, with the combination of the fact that the PTS lasted only one phase, the shortest PTS cycle in years, and with the general lack of communication these past few weeks, there's a lot of details that have yet to be confirmed. Things like how the Jammer changes have been finalized, what attributes the Ninja Bike will come with, speculation like if the castle settlement is playing a role in Season 11. There's still a lot more to learn, but luckily we should get all of our answers on Monday with that reveal stream, and again, the full update launches in less than 1 week on Tuesday the 7th. Obviously, Season 11 is the big draw this month when it comes to the Division 2, but there is one other thing that I wanted to cover here, and that's the exotic grants that we should be expecting pretty soon. Posted on December 22nd of last year, I'll throw a picture of it up on screen, the dev team said, to compensate for the full inventory Dr. Home exotic drop issue, we intend to do a mass grant for all players in the new year as soon as possible. We apologize for the delay due to the holidays and appreciate your patience. So, if anyone is wondering what they're referring to, the Season 10 prime target mission of General Anderson, of course, was the original drop source of the recently released Dr. Home exotic rifle. Only problem was if you went into that mission with a full inventory, or rather you had a full inventory as you ended the mission, the Dr. Home would drop on the ground in an area you were ported out of approximately 2 seconds later, meaning you had basically no shot of picking it up and you lost out. Obviously, that was a pretty crummy situation. Luckily, the devs came out with that tweet and said they'd make it right by doing a mass grant to all players. However, that has yet to happen. At least I haven't seen it. I haven't received any free Dr. Homes, so expect this grant to be coming in the next few weeks here, perhaps coinciding with the release of Season 11. Whenever it comes, just be aware that that's on the way, and if you were somebody who was affected by the glitch, then that'll be restored, and if not, you should be getting a free exotic. Moving on from the Division 2, which certainly has the most concrete news and things to anticipate out of our list here, I wanted to briefly cover the Division Heartland. Now, as most of you know, there has been no official communication or updates about the game from Ubisoft or Red Storm since Ubisoft Forward forward last September. This is, of course, when we got the reveal trailer and lots of other information. However, there has been a sizable amount of movement on the project since then that hasn't really been publicized. The game received its official ESRB rating in the US and other countries, a rating which is now being used in the official marketing on Ubisoft's store and client. Red Storm has seen a small but notable uptick in their Division posts and involvement on Twitter. They recently changed their banner on there from one touting all of their Ubisoft achievements to a Heartland specific one. They're still doing lots of hiring. Their last given release window for the game was 2022 to 23, so I cannot say that there will be Heartland news this month or that you should be awaiting any, but I do think the later and later that we get into the new year, the closer and closer we're getting to another update. What that will contain, who knows, but I'm quite certain it's on the way. I mean, the last investors call we got, say for the emergency one they hosted in January, Ubisoft said that there would be at least one more free-to-play title planned to be released in the remainder of fiscal 2022. That ends next month at the end of March. Could that be Heartland? No idea. Maybe their plans change. Could be a million different explanations there. Either way, as always, I recommend you all stay vigilant for updates on Heartland. And then the last project I wanted to cover here is actually the Division Netflix film. Now, similarly to Heartland, there's unfortunately no tangible date I can tell you all to look out for. However, since a month ago when I talked about the film in my January and overall 2023 news preview breakdown, the director of the project, Rawson Marshall Thurber, has continued to calm people's worries over on his Twitter, replying to people saying the film has not been canceled, it won't be canceled, and to watch his Twitter for news soonish. Again, I'm not here trying to confirm that we're going to hear anything this month, but it's clear that some progress is happening with it behind the scenes, given Rawson's willingness to acknowledge it. A while back, he said to somebody that he hoped to have an update to share with folks around the time that the 49ers made it to the Super Bowl, which, that's awkward. But I'm inclined to believe that he wasn't kidding about the general time frame of that update, which, for anybody who doesn't know, the Super Bowl takes place in under 2 weeks from when I'm releasing this. So again, I'm not making any promises, but I think we could be in for a pleasant surprise, so keep your eyes peeled. That's all I've got for you today, folks. No new updates to cover on the Division resurgence. I don't expect to hear from them for another few months, probably. There's been no announcement of a third novel in the works or any other transmedia projects as of late, but as always, I just think it's awesome that we have the number of projects and teams and just updates to cover that we do for the Division universe. So I very much hope that you all enjoy these news preview breakdowns and that you find them helpful. Thank you all so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video and be sure to subscribe with notifications on so you can be updated every time I upload. Let me know your thoughts on what we can expect from the Division universe in the month of February, everybody. Obviously, the Division 2 has the most going on, and I'd love to hear your thoughts about that, but what do you think about stuff like Heartland and the movie? Do you think we might hear any updates on those fronts? Whatever your thoughts are on those or anything under the Division universe umbrella, I will as always be very eager to read through them. Lots of great stuff coming up super soon here with the release of Season 11. I can't wait to dive into it all, so be sure to tune back in for my coverage on what we learned during the reveal stream. I'll be streaming it on launch day, and there will of course be lots more after that. That's going to do it for me today, though, everybody. Once again, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and until the next one, guys, RogueGold out.